Hello viewers! Welcome to a new series I'll be showcasing on my channel with the early access game called Timberborn. It's a city builder with beavers, and no, that is not beavers with a B. For any of you beaver lovers out there, it is beavers with a V. So for any of you who like games already, like City Skylines and Mini Motorways, this is going to be the game for you. So I apologise, there is not going to be any beaver information in this video. I thought I'd start off with a bit of a beginner's guide. For anyone who is new to it and wants to see what it's all about, then stay tuned. Once you've navigated through the easy menu and loading screen, you'll be given the option to choose your faction. Faction is basically just a fancy word for a small group of people, in our case beavers, within a large one. If you are new to the game, you'll only have the option to choose the folk tails though. You have to unlock the Iron Tooth or Iron Teeth faction further down the line. Each type of faction has their own unique attributes. For instance, the folk tails are good at farming and looking after nature, but the Iron Teeth have left the traditional timber ways and found iron and science. So I think we'll go with the folk tails. I have already unlocked the Iron Teeth, but as this is a beginner's tutorial, then I'll go with the folk tails. I'm going to start on 1,000 Islands, I think. Waterfalls does sound interesting. No, I'll go with 1,000 Island, and I was going to do this on normal, but I think I'm going to do it on hard. I've found the normal setting quite easy, and I think you will agree, but let's actually see what happens, shall we? Here we are, here with our faction of beavers. This is, I'll just take you on a bit of a look around. So this is the map that you get to play with. Lots of water and waterfalls, lots of trees, lots of scrap metal and buildings. Looks like a good map. So these are your beaver colony, or your faction, should I say. Everything can be harvested, so you have trees that can be cut down for wood. You have berries in these bushes over here to the left that are in blue that can be picked and stored and eaten by the beavers. There's all sorts of things you can do in this game, so let me just show you. First things first, I want to put a path in. So let's just run a path against the front of the main building. This is like your town hall, for instance. And let's put in another one right to the end. We'll leave it like that. Okay, so very important material in this game is logs. And the way we get logs is from cutting down trees. So to cut down trees, we need to source a lumberjack flag, and to do that, you come into wood, click on lumberjack flag, place it nearby your trees. You can rotate the item using R on your keyboard. I don't know what the other controls are if this is on any other game platforms, so you'll have to look that up yourselves. I've not looked at that, sorry. Need to put a path up to that lumberjack flag. Great. Okay, so we are started. Now, once all those logs have been cut down, we need to store them somewhere. So if you come down to storage, you want log pile. So you want to find a suitable area, preferably nearby, that you can store your logs in. I think that is actually going to be the most suitable area. Let's fill in the path. So that little beaver there is going to build this log pile so that all those logs can be stored in there. So that's the first step. Once those logs are built, timbered, is that the word? Maybe not. Once we have a few pieces of log, we can then build our water pipe. We don't have to wait for them to get sorted though, we can get ready. So let's click on, you just click on water down here and click on water pump. You should be able to place your water pump with the pump part of the building in the water itself. Okay, click, and that should be ready for when the logs are ready. What's going on here? Why are you complaining? Nothing to do in range. Ah, yes, that is because I didn't tell them to cut the trees down. So you have to tell them. They won't just automatically go and cut trees down. You have to tell them. So if you click on cut trees here, icon on the left, and then mark tree cutting area, you should just be able to drag and release on your mouse, and that will tell the beavers what trees they're allowed to cut down. Because there might be a few trees you don't want to cut down, who knows? We are actually out of working hours. You see on this top right, you've got this yellow circle, but only some of it is yellow. The rest of it in blue it means that those aren't working hours. So it's like a clock face. So you can see one of the hands is currently in this blue area, which means that they're not currently working at the moment. Let's speed this up a little bit. Okay, and they're all awake and they're all going to get started on lumberjacking. And hopefully we can build the water pump, because they're all going to get very thirsty very, very quickly. Especially we put it on hard mode. I'm going to build the path further down there. Click on the water pump, you'll be able to see the progress of the build. So the amount of logs we still need, I think they can carry 1 or maybe 2 each, I'm not sure. You can also set the construction priority, so if you want very, very low or very, very high, depending on what the criteria and the urgency is at the time. The build progress is waiting for materials at the moment. There will be a time when there will be a drought, and a drought basically means that the water will dry up in this river. They won't be able to pump any more water, so you have to store water and collect it through the normal seasons. So when it gets to dry season, you have enough water in storage to be able to survive, and that's the same with food as well. So let's put a water pump in there. Once the water pump has, a water tank, once the water pump has been filled, they'll move on to then the tank. Not doing too bad at the moment. What I might do is put down another lumberjack flag. Only one will use the lumberjack flag at any one time, so if you put another one down, that means 2 people will work. In your district centre, you can have beavers that will walk around your town and move materials and food between your warehouses, between your pumps, between your lumberjack areas, and they'll just move things around. So the people who are actually doing the work don't get distracted in having to move things around. They are productive and just can carry on with their jobs as normal. At the moment, you'll see on the left here, this is our population information. So we have 11 at the moment, of which 3 are children and 8 are adults. We have 11 homeless at the moment. We know that because we haven't built any houses. And out of those 8 adults, 2 are working in the district centre, i.e. the haulers. We have 1 working in the lumberjack flag, and we have a further 5 unemployed. It's just changed to 4 because somebody's just built that second lumberjack flag, and there's 2 people now cutting down trees, which is a good thing. Okay. At the moment, you can see on the top here is our inventory. We have in the food button, we have berries. Now, that won't last us very long, so we need to arrange for the beavers to pick their own berries. Now, the way to do that, let's increase this path. Put that in there, so one of our unemployed will go and work over there once it's been built. Take a couple of minutes to be built, and then all should be well. Now, you see all these icons right above everybody's heads? That's telling us that they're thirsty. So if we do have a little bit of water over here at the water pump, but it doesn't hold as much as this water tank. So they'll start coming over here, but once that water disappears in there, then the rest will go thirsty until more has been pumped. This water tank does need to be built pretty sharpish, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the working hours. So you see this green button here? Oh, I've just realised what I said earlier. So the yellow is daytime and the blue is nighttime. This green is when they will stop working. They will always start working again at dawn, but when it's green, that is when they will stop working and they will go to sleep or they will socialise or whatever. So I put that to 21 hours. That's tough. You know, there's only 24 hours in a day, so they get 3-4 hours sleep. So that's not great. 3, 24? Yeah, 3. I can't add up today. Right, okay. Let's put the construction priority on this tank to high. So it's not too far off, to be fair. Yes, we do. Right, so we still have 3 unemployed beavers, and we have 4 workers that could be hauling materials. So let's just increase, so 4 out of 4 for this district centre. So more of those beavers will start moving things around. So in the gatherer flag, there's only a certain amount of stock that can be in there before it needs moving to an actual warehouse. The same for the lumberjack flags as well. Right, let's build. If you go down to storage and click on small warehouse, we need to find a suitable area to put the warehouses. Now, I think the best option is to keep everything close by. Let's just build one for the time being. That way, it's not very far for everybody to walk, you see. Oh, everybody's gone to sleep again. However, it's nearly morning soon. And they're back up again, off to work. I'll go through some of the buttons with you at the bottom. So we have just the main, pointer. So if you want to get rid of what you're currently on, you can just click on there and it'll take that off. You've got cut trees, which we spoke about earlier. This is to plant your crops. So when we get to the video about farming, plant trees and bushes. So these bushes here and these trees here, we can plant our own. So I'll show you that at some point as well. Demolish buildings, that's pretty self-explanatory. If you don't want a building somewhere, then you can just delete it. I don't think there's a move button, so unfortunately, once it's down, that's it. And you don't get those logs back or anything after you have built them. So assigning priorities, so this is just when you want to click on a building and assign it to be high priority. You know, if you want it to be built quicker, it's just basically a quicker way of going into for instance this one, going into this area, I believe. Paths and structures, so we've got the paths, we've got the district centre. You do already have a district centre at the moment, but if you wanted to build another town, you know, just around the corner, then you can, but you'll need to give it another district centre because it's technically another district and it'll have its own workers and its own water supply, etc. In between each district, you'll need to put a gate. So this is what separates each district and tells the game that is what you're doing. So you've got those two districts. Storage, you've just got your main log pile and your warehouses. You do have some more bigger sized warehouses. I haven't unlocked those yet, but we can do with science points. Science points, you can put a science building down and you can employ an inventor and he will do lots of inventing. And up here on the left you'll see you've got this this science points box here. As that fills up, you can use those points to buy, well not buy, but kind of upgrade. So you've got like large warehouses 250 or underground warehouses 1,000. Labour, you've got your hauling post. So your hauling post is in addition to your district centre. So your hauling post can have 10 beavers hauling between warehouses and lumberjacks and gathering posts. There will be a lot to move around as you go through the game. So you want to have as many on this hauling post as you can have available because you'll need to provide jobs for all sorts of things. You'll need somebody to be pumping water, you'll need somebody to be picking berries, you'll need somebody to be cutting down trees, you'll need somebody to be building a house, and sometimes there just isn't any available people or beavers to move the material between all those warehouses. So you just have to pick and choose what's more important at the time. Your water, so that is the water pump and the small water tank. You do also have the water dump, so if you want to get rid of water. There's the large water tank, which is like 2 or 3 times the size as the normal tank that we have here. The irrigation tower, so that must be built on the ground. And then you have the depth marker. So I haven't got to that bit yet, but I believe it measures the depth of the water. I'm not sure why we need that. I'm sure we will find out down the line. Food, so we've already been through gather a flag. Next is going to be the farmhouse. So I'll probably do that in the next video with you. So the farmhouse is where you will build a farmhouse and you will plant crops. At the moment, the game is providing us with carrots, potato and wheat. At this stage, you only want to really be planting carrots because your potatoes, you need another building, and you also need something else to be able to grill those potatoes. You need planks, but then you need another building that makes those planks. And you can't do that until you have electricity, and there's a whole thing. So, and I will show you all of this as we go through the series. There's so much to think about. One thing leads to another, but you can't do that until something else has been done. And you know, it's such a great game. There's so much to think about. yeah, so the grill is where you grill potatoes. I mean, I've never had grilled potatoes before, but it sounds kind of nice. So, but yeah, they eat grilled potatoes. We've got the grist mill, which is what grinds your wheat that you will have grown into flour, and then the flour makes bread. But you can't unlock these until you have enough of your science points, and there's 400 science points for a beehive, so that's where you can have you can boost the growth of your nearby crops. Your wood, your lumberjack flag, lumber mill, forester, gear workshop, paper mill, printing press. There's so many things. You've got your leisure, decoration, monuments, science, just has the one at the moment. Power, this is where you'll get your electricity, so your water wheels, and metal, so this is going to be your scavenger flag and your shredder. There will be remnants left over from human existence in this game that they can shred and keep the metal, and then make that metal into things that will be useful for them. Okay, so we are at the end of day 1 and day 3. Oh god, that's gone quick. We're not doing too bad at the moment. It looks like somebody's thirsty over here. We do have water at the moment, so that's not an issue. Okay, housing. Let's build a house. I'd like the houses to be over on the right hand side of here. So each house will hold 3 beavers, and at the moment we have 11 population, so we need to have 3 of these houses. It takes 12 logs per building, so that'll take a few minutes to build, but once that's done they'll have somewhere to sleep, which will be lovely. I do also want to put in somewhere for them to relax. I'll probably put this on the outside of no, I think I'll put it yeah, I'll put it there, in between the district centre and the houses. I think that'll be okay. In this game as well, you can build on top of buildings, so if it's got a hard cover, you are able to build up on top. So if, for instance, you wanted a double-decker house, you could. However, you need to use stairs to be able to get up to the second level. They won't automatically go up to the second level, so you just got to bear that in mind when you're planning your cities out. I'm going to leave the video there. I think in the next video we will work on the farming, so don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you want to see the rest of this series. I'm hoping to do at least 1 video a week. There might be a surprise second one, who knows. I am a full-time worker, so it all just depends when I can get round to it, but there will be a guaranteed one every week. Thanks very much for watching today. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.